Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Guy Ritchie's new film, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, has a catchy title, but it can't muster enough power to live up to it. It's in theaters and I'm going to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. Guy Ritchie is synonymous with the action genre, from Snatch to Sherlock Holmes to The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and many more. With the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, he's telling the true story of an unofficial, unauthorized mission that's now been declassified from Prime Minister Winston Churchill's records. Churchill is portrayed by Rory Kinnear, who hires a secret operative team to sink a German U-boat in order to stop the Nazis. He calls upon Gus March Phillips to head up the task, and he's played by Henry Cavill. Gus warns Churchill that he must pick his own team and that he doesn't play by the rules. No one with any sort of authority really cares for Gus at all. Now, Gus gathers a group of unruly, gruff men, including Henry Golding, Alan Ritchson, Hero finds Tiffin, and Alex Pettifer to carry off this mission by boat. But on land, it's up to Isaac Gonzalez and Babs Olusan-Mokun's characters to really gather the secret intel and then relay it back to the team. Now, another name worth noting here is Ian Fleming, who's played by Freddie Fox. Yes, the future creator of James Bond was part of this team that's delivering the orders to Gus. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is a largely fictionalized version of what happened with Operation Postmaster. Damian Lewis's 2014 book, Churchill's Secret Warriors, the explosive true story of the Special Forces desperados of World War II, poses as the source material for the screenplay, which was co-written by a four-person team, including Guy Ritchie. Now, the film has a promising start. As you can see, Guy Ritchie trying to kind of take on a Quentin Tarantino-esque approach to the Nazi takedown story, much like Quentin did with Inglourious Basterds. We meet this team of unruly warriors led by Henry Cavill, and they seem to all kind of have quirky traits and personalities. It's clear that Alan Ritchson's character is trying to show off his comedic side, despite he and Cavill having these kind of beefy, brawny bodies. You can hear a little Ennio Morricone's influence in the score, kind of adding that heightened approach that Ritchie seems to be going for here. Now, you see him wanting to make the story one that seems just too wild to be true, but Ritchie never goes far enough. I think it works best when Gus's crew kind of banter and kind of play off one another and leave this path of destruction behind. There you see some sense of style and flair. The second narrative with Isaac Gonzalez and Babs Olusan-Mokun really becomes a slog in comparison. Gonzalez seems miscast, as she doesn't have the range to play the chameleon femme fatale that the role really calls for. Ministry loses steam fast, losing any sense of character development, originality, or even humor that was introduced to along the way. It just nosedives into being this generic spy action film as it reaches its climax. I spent too much time thinking up different ways that this could be a better movie. And it's not a good sign when the real-life portraits of the characters play during the credits, and I can't even remember who played them in the movie. I'm giving The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare 2 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I've some movie reviews, some celebrity interviews. I actually recently sat down with Riley Keough and Lily Gladstone for a new Hulu series that they are in called Under the Bridge. Check out that interview. I'd love for you to see that show. And follow me on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. What are some of your favorite Guy Ritchie movies? Are you excited about this new one? Let me know your thoughts here in the comments on YouTube or on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. Thank you so much for watching my review of The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. This is Paul's trip to the movies.